In a year crowded with visual marvels and lore-heavy epics like Wukong, Astro Bot emerged not just as a game, but as a celebration of play, of nostalgia, of boundless imagination. It wasn't the flashiest contender, but it was the one that truly captured the heart of gaming. Where other titles aimed for spectacle, Astro Bot delivered joy. And joy is an emotion I think we can all get behind. It blended the innocence of childhood wonder with the sophistication of modern game design, striking a beautiful rare chord that resonated with both seasoned gamers and newcomers alike. I don't know about you, but I do find it a bit sad that the modern young gamer is being fed Souls games all the time. I was at dinner with my nephews, and they're big gamers, and they were just asking to borrow all of my Souls games from me. Lies of P, Rise of the Ronin, Ninja Gaiden, you know, all these extremely difficult games, Wolong Fallen Dynasty, Stellar Blade, all great games, but I thought, is that what I want young gamers at the age of 13 to be playing? I was playing Super Mario World, Yoshi's Island, Donkey Kong Country. You know, they're the games I was playing. And that just made me think about the magic of joyful games rather than extremely difficult games. It's a different type of joy. But anyway, I got sidetracked. Back onto Astro Bot. From its opening moments, Astro Bot invites players into a world that feels both warmly familiar and exhilaratingly fresh. It's a platformer that honours the golden era of gaming, with nods to Crash Bandicoot, Super Mario, Spyro, Donkey Kong Country, yet redefines what the genre can be in the modern age. The inclusion of over 300 collectible bots, admittedly mostly from the Sony back catalogue, so if you didn't know the back catalogue, it might not quite have the same effect. But it serves as a loving tribute to the brand's legacy. It's fan service done right, rewarding but never pandering. But Astro Bot isn't just a museum of gaming's past, it's a beacon for its future. Each level bursts with creativity, introducing new mechanics, gadgets and ideas at a pace that never lets joy go stale. It uses the PlayStation DualSense imaginatively. Its difficulty curve is inviting to casual players while offering optional, super rewarding challenges for veterans, creating a shared space where parents and children, old school fans and next-gen players can all find delight. Astro Bot's level design is a masterclass in creativity, pacing and joyful discovery. What sets it apart is how each stage feels like its own imaginative playground, constantly introducing new mechanics, environmental twists and interactive surprises without ever repeating itself. From gravity-defying platforming sections to underwater escapades and gadget-based puzzles, every level is meticulously crafted to delight and challenge in equal measure, culminating in a boss fight that brings everything together. Use of the mechanics outside of the golden path rewards players with hidden secrets, interactions, encouraging curiosity and experimentation. It's this sense of childlike discovery, of constant novelty, paired with intuitive design that welcomes players of all generations. That makes Astro Bot's levels not just fun, but unforgettable. And for me, puts this game above so many others that were in contention for Game of the Year that year. Ultimately, having a game that brings all generations together and binds them all with the emotion of joy, for me is always going to be a clear winner. The game's heartfelt charm is amplified by its unforgettable soundtrack, and some of these songs are bangers. In the age of sprawling open worlds and dark, gritty realism, Astro Bot reminds us that sometimes the greatest power in gaming lies in its ability to spark wonder in your imagination, in your inner child. More than a technical achievement or a nostalgia trip, Astro Bot is a generational bridge. It's a game built on the foundation of decades of joy, designed not only to entertain, but to bring people together across ages, across console generations and experiences. For that, it didn't just deserve Game of the Year, it defined it. I always tend to look back on things when looking at controversial moments, and I remember the whole Black Myth Wukong, Astro Bot. I loved Black Myth Wukong, I thought it was fantastic, but if I'm honest with you, it wasn't even my favourite Souls like that yet. It was an excellent game, don't get me wrong, but Astro Bot was just something else. It was just a touch above. For me, it was a no-brainer that it won Game of the Year, and that's not knocking Black Myth Wukong, and sadly, I think a lot of these controversies have to do with the whole political issue around Black Myth and how they were being targeted by certain sections of the media, blah, 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 all that crap. I think that gave it more momentum that maybe it deserved. But just to be clear, Black Myth Wukong is fantastic before you all tell me it isn't. I finished it twice, it's bloody excellent. But yeah, Astro Bot was just a level of joy. And I think if you can invoke that emotion in players across the spectrum, I think you're doing something very, very right. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. If you think I'm a scrub, let me know. But yeah, thank you very much. Take care.